Baylor, 13.5-ish point favorite against the Patriot League champion Colgate Raiders. This game will be played in Memphis, Tennessee. To me, I like Baylor here. A couple of reasons are about just a huge talent, athletic advantage across the board. I mean, they got 3 NBA players. You're going to get Langston Love back, one of the best 6 men in the country. Colgate wants to work in the post. They have 2 good 5 men and, a stretch 4. But they do a lot of damage against one of the worst schedules in the country. What, like 350th maybe? And Baylor, by the way, is the number 1 strength of schedule in the country. It's not going to be as easy against Baylor, even though they grade out poorly in post defense. And Baylor's defense has kind of been fixed of late by going more zone. Colgate doesn't see much zone in the Patriot League. The only time they saw it more than 10 possessions was against Bucknell in the semis, and they looked lost. I think they scored 0.6 points per possession. I think the athleticism gap is too big. Baylor eventually pulls away from this Colgate team that they really miss Lynch Daniels. They really miss Richardson on the perimeter. This is not the same Colgate team that we've seen in recent years. And even that team lost by 20 to Texas, 17 to Arkansas. The last 4 years, they made the tournament. Adjusted offensive efficiency ranks. 2021, 53rd. 2022, 78th. Last year, 43rd. This year, 211th. And against the only 3 tournament teams on the schedule, Colgate lost by 27 to Arizona, 17 to Illinois, 18 on a neutral court against Yale. They didn't score more than 57 points in any of those 3 games. I just can't see them hanging with Baylor. I know that Greg loves him some Colgate, but you're on my side here with Baylor. You think Colgate's fraudulent, Calabrese?
Oh, I'm, the little sliding scale where you can go alternate line. I'm going all the way as far as they'll allow me to go. Baylor laying 22.5 at plus 265. This Colgate team is going to fall down early, and the athleticism gap is so big. The shooting gap is so significant in this game. I think they're floating by on familiarity where people see them on the bracket, basically, every single year. Oh, Colgate, they've been plucky from time to time. I think Yves Missi is going to dominate records in this game on the low post. And I get Langston Love back, arguably the best 6-man in this entire tournament. So, yeah, I'm all in on Baylor to just absolutely blast Colgate out of the water in this one.
As of right now, in my bracket, I'm going to go through all the hypothetical matchups in future rounds tonight. But as of right now, I have Baylor in the Final Four. I think Greg has Baylor going down in the first round. Anything you want to add for your Raiders, Greg?
So since we last talked, boys, I have taken a couple deep breaths on this. I have tried to listen to gentlemen who I respect very, very much, which would be the 2 of you. And I don't think I am bold enough to double down on Colgate moneyline. With that said,
you finally mixed in the water. Good for you.
I don't think this is going to be a game where they get blitzed. And for that reason, I want to play some half action here. I actually like Colgate plus 8 in the first half. And then if you really want to get spicy with this, how about Colgate halftime, Baylor full-time plus 550? Hear me out on this. My eyes have told me that for the last month, Baylor has just had slow starts every single game. I went back and checked. They've been trailing at the half in 6 of their last 8 games. Their 2 leads at the half, this is going back to the beginning of February, they were up 1 point against Kansas. They were up 2 points against TCU. They have not just jumped on a team in over a month. Hasn't happened. Now, we know that Colgate is going to slow this down. We know that they're well coached. We know that they've been here before, right? Maybe the players on this team don't have a great history of postseason success, but it's a coach who knows how to hang around in NCAA tournament games. And I think that stylistically, despite all the athleticism concerns, things that Colgate intends to do every game and has done well against Patriot League competition are things that map directly with what Baylor needs to do to win games. And I think that is a dangerous formula for a team that could hang around when you don't expect them to. Lastly, I'll believe it when I see it. I know this Baylor team is supposed to be great at shooting. I just don't think they're as good as the numbers show that they are as a shooting team. They certainly haven't been in the last 3 games. They are shooting 25% as a team in their last 3 games. Now, small sample size, of course. You can tell me positive shooting regression is expected, but we don't know how any of these guys are going to react in a single game, loser, go home setting, right? Ray J. Dennis hasn't been here for Baylor before. Jacoby Walter hasn't been here before. Jaden Nunn hasn't been here before for Baylor. Eves Missy hasn't been here before for Baylor. If they start out missing shots, there's going to be some guys looking around like, oh shit, here we go again. I like Colgate for that reason. I think +8 is a really good play. And like I said, a small sprinkle on Colgate halftime, Baylor full time. I think there's some good juice there.